Soul Sun. The website is suryasoulsun.com. suryasolsun.com. We're here again for another free reading. This is regarding some inquiries that were sent over by email, that this reading is a universal message to those that were asking insights. We're honoring it, and we're understanding that the 10K Yoga Tarot can really help anyone inside of their life, no matter where they are with their intuitive path, because you wouldn't be here if you weren't on that search, or you say that you are something and you want to be more of something, let's just say. So I want to explain a little more about the 10K Yoga Tarot, how this can quantumly activate you inside of your life through the vision of the artist. How this deck and these cards are designed to work with the right and left hemispheres of the brain, the logical center, the creative center, but also the overall mental capabilities, the faculties that you have. It goes far beyond what science and psychology know now, but it's a more fun, imaginative, esoteric way that blends science and also what you call your creativity, your intuitive side. And it's something that everyone has. The 10K Yoga Tarot is meant to break you free of these barriers that society says that you should be, or you should do, or how you should think, just to be a part of a bigger picture that's actually harming more and more people. The vibration of this planet is rising, and the 10K Yoga Tarot is meant to awaken masses of people so that they're meant to be who they truly are: creators, artists, leaders, entrepreneurs, business people. The 10K Yoga Tarot, it was created to help people move through what they say is a blockage, or inside of them is a disturbance or an entity, or many people go towards these different things. But even if you practice a certain way, a certain religion, there still might be some tendencies that want to put other people down. So we thank you so much when you're here. This is a free video that we are offering with the 10K Yoga Tarot. If you have any questions or want an answer to anything, you're going to see that it's not what you expect. It's more of how you react to the words that are said based upon the energy that is shared. So thank you again, everyone. You can leave your comments about the questions, and we're going to move through this as I explain more about what the 10K Yoga Tarot is. And maybe why are you here? Maybe because you are intuitive yourself. You have an interest in the magical, the unseen, and you know how it affects your life through angels, through nature, through animals, through God's gift to creation. And maybe you are here and you do realize that you are a God inside of you. And whatever this thing people say is the divine, the understanding, how can you totally connect to that with yourself without any guilt, greed, judgment? It's all your internal power. So this deck was created in an esoteric, intuitive manner, but also in a manner that allows you to open up your creativity so you can apply the knowledge directly into your life that you need to, without fear, without shame, without your past programming, and also without your conscious mind and your subconscious mind bringing that resistance in. Because sometimes you say you are something and you want to do something, but you have so much programming from what other people have said about you, taught you to say, taught you to think about relationships, love, money, men and women. And we want to break down all of that. And sometimes for some people, it can be immediate when you see the card. Sometimes it's little by little, depending on the emotional support that the heart needs at that time to, again, experience compassion. So these cards bring out a numerous spectrum of emotion, of ability for you, but it's really, what are you going to do with it in your life after you get the information? Or are you just here to see what someone else is doing and try to copy and try to judge? Well, what is that doing for you? We're here to help people, and we attract people that also are having that in mind. And we like to also get rid of the type of competition, because that is just an illusion created by society. There is no competition. There is room for everyone. And it's really just what people have told you inside of your mind. that you're against this person's your enemy, your adversary, your opponent. And then you take that construct and you apply it in your life in so many different other scenarios. And then everyone is just pinging back these negative emotions and you're wondering why you're a psychic and you're still feeling shitty. Okay, so we're going to go really deep into the emotions. The 10K Yoga Tarot delves into the truth of what is going on to identify what is needed inside of your life with precision, compassion, and truth. Now, today's reading circles around the sacral and the attachments that you may have to other people, either that you created to unknowingly get the emotion, get the energy, get the life force, or other people that have been attaching to you that you don't realize in various parts of your body, mainly around the navel, the sections around the navel. This also has to do with the deep mother wound that every human being has to experience, the cutting of the umbilical cord, and some of you have not yet healed from that on an emotional level. And we are going to take you through how you can reclaim not only your voice. That was more in the previous video. You can go back to the throat chakra activation. This one has to do more on the attachments that we create for ourselves, the attachments others may have on us based upon attraction, sexual energy, and also how this is used to manipulate other people and how people use it to manipulate other people, and also projecting on the self, living in these patterns of you have to look a certain way, you have to be a certain way as a man, you have to be strong, protective, providing. As a woman, you have to be a caretaker, you have to be a mother, all these things that maybe you are that, but to go beyond the role of that is a conscious decision. But you need to break down that programming and also see the attachments. A lot of you have different attachments that relate to interactions through technology, this thing called sexting, video chatting, just looking at different words on a phone and feeling an emotion to someone who's probably sending that to so many other people. Or are you the one creating these attachments? We're here to really go deep into how you can relieve yourself of this. This is a deep topic, also involves deeper quantum healing and internal movement to relieve many of the physical blockages that may be on your body. Remember, everything that is a physical illness, a dysfunction in the body, it has to start as an emotional wound, a frozen emotion that was never taken care of, that was suppressed. So we go back and we say the words and we look at the emotions and we view you. How are you doing over there listening to this? What's going through your body? What things are going through your mind? It's here to really make you realize that you are the creator of what you created. If you are suffering, you say you're suffering. This is something that needs to be looked at on the influences inside of your life and your own personal patterns. So the 10K Yoga Tarot really brings everything together, takes all religions, takes all forms of this Reiki healing, Kundalini energy, animal spirits, and also different powerful symbols of protection. So we're here for you. If you have any questions, please just comment, leave them in the description in the comments. Subscribe for more of these readings. We're going daily. And you can book online from anywhere in the world. We are here based in Puerto Rico. So if you are in Puerto Rico, tourist, resident, visiting, anything, psychic, healer, we welcome all to collaborate and, raise the vibration together. We can only do it together because more brains is more power, more people with the positive energy wanting the world to do well and also on the search to really find that true healing inside of them. Well, you're going to find it if you keep on doing the work of, they say the work of God, but it's really just the work of a high vibration being there for other people in a compassionate way. So again, you can leave the messages, you can go on the website, and also you can book online. If you're here in Puerto Rico, call for more information. The phone number is 787-979-9938. And if you're anywhere in the world, you can also drop us a line and call if you need more insight. We're here to answer any questions you have if you don't want to make it public.
Now, one of the biggest things is, okay, that's sacral. And understanding if you are, whether you're young, you're old, and you're using a phone and you are using your body in a certain type of way. A lot of women like to put on makeup and dress and do certain things and want to see how their behind looks or how their shape looks, and if someone's going to look at them and all this other stuff. You're using persuasion. Now, it's nice to look pretty and it's nice to look good, but when you really look at it with all the makeup and with everything else, well, what are you natural inside of you? And if your mate can't actually respect you for who you are and the beauty, see the beauty inside you, why do you need to do all that? Now, some of you are dating someone, but behind the scenes, you're talking to your ex-boyfriends, you're texting your friends, you're going out, you're doing this, you're going out with your girlfriends. Everything happens for a reason, but then somehow you're controlling, but you're using your body to manipulate. And it's also in the healer's world too, that you're using that to manipulate like you're better than anybody else because, oh my, you look this way. And some of you don't even look that great, but you're acting like you're the greatest thing in the world. And that's because your DNA is off and you don't understand. You got this endless love of lust. That's the biggest thing, the endless love of lust. But there's endless love too, that it actually heals inside the parts and the understanding of the self. So the sacral is very funny. And some of you are dating people and you do stuff behind their back because you don't want to express that, or they're not that type of person, or you're so strict inside of you, you're really not experiencing love. So then from there you affect time, because there really is no time. Because right now, anybody that watches this before or after, whatever, there is a healing inside these cards with the left and right side of brain. No matter what you say in your vagus nerve, it activates something inside of you. Some of you will not be able to handle it. You'll go into your own delusion of your own black hole and actually create a bunch of nonsense. Maybe you might call and see where they are, what's the booking, what's this, what's the price. Well, in reality, you're just wasting your time that you can't get back, because you're in reality where you're using time to display your nonsense. That's where the blank card comes in, and you can jump into a black hole in a blank card. So that's how we teach a lot of people on how to put someone back in their own delusion of their narcissistic ways and their mental disabilities inside themselves because of trauma, that they don't realize exactly what they're experiencing and why they're so hateful. Someone's going to say, I was abused, I was raped, I was this, I was that. Okay, but what are you right now? What have you learned from that? And what can you learn from this again? Would you repeat the same steps that you did if you were in your wrong? What happened if you weren't in your wrong? So then from there, you're going to go for all this mental help and all this different thing and get put on all these different things that is suitable if that's what you agree with inside your dimension. Now, some of you say that it's good to eat meat, it's not good to eat meat, it's this, it's that. So why are you fighting and helping everyone out? And in some ways, both sides work and people can continue but it needs to be on a healthier level.
And food is just one way that people categorize different people. The time came up too, because there is also some people in this world that are stuck in a certain time in their mindset and their beliefs that have prejudice against someone based upon their money, their skin color, their heritage. So we really need to get into this universal understanding where maybe these values, if you have this type of emotion, even towards religion, this might be something that is passed down to you from someone that taught you something in time, and it's time to pave a new way. The blank card comes up for you to really take a look at your life right now and take a look at what you've been saying, even the job that you say you have, the path that you're on, the relationship that you've been in that you're feeling completely drained, and you're seeing all these many things that you should get out of a certain relationship, you should move on, but you stay. And you understand that the pain you're going to experience again and again and again. So we really see these situations as the truth of life, that it's up to you to see the influences that are attached to you. Understand the energetic potential and stop being so ignorant to the unseen based upon what you think in a religion or what you say that is the best way. We have to understand every person is an individual that may have a different path in life. What you should do is give them honor, support, and compassion, because that's the mostly only way that someone's going to grow.
So the next thing is the root. And we're going to really get deep into this because some of you are literally abusing yourself in your root. And when we look at things, we look at careers, we look at human rights, we look at understanding. So some of you are working a job, and somehow at the end of the day, you decide to bring home. You decide to have to go home and work for all these hours for a salary that you're not getting paid more money for. Who put that on themselves? So when a boss sees something like that, they allow that, or they tell you, you know, over the weekend, could you work on that? That's illegal. Bottom line, someone taking advantage of you. You don't need to bring your home work. Didn't you do that in grammar school? Home work. So now you're bringing your home work, your work home again? Isn't that a cycle for destruction? So you need to understand that rooting. And that's what throws you off. And then from there, you have the parents that turn around and tell you, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to have this together. And then you look at their life and you say to yourself, well, both of you don't even sleep in the same bed. Both of you don't even live with each other. You act this way because you're competing with the Joneses. That's their life. And don't get involved in that.
And then you lie to the children for so many years. And then what does that do for the true demeanor and the personalities of the people involved? Everyone is encouraged to pave their own path and live your truth. But if you are surrounded by people that are not being true to them, that are lying, cheating, stealing, and thinking that everything is okay, then you really have to take a look at your foundation, and you have to take a look at why you are in this situation. What do you need to do to change? You can't change anyone else, but as you change yourself, other people around you react, shift. There might be more love. There might be an emotion towards someone if they've been keeping you in a certain way as a certain role, and you find your power and you find that you want to build a foundation. Different things happen. If you need some extra support, you can always visit suryasoulsun.com. We have different resources that you can use to expand your own knowledge. Use this into your own life. Remember, when you have knowledge, you have power. There's no need to have any fear based upon what anyone says. People are trained to intimidate. People learn that maybe from a young age they had to be a certain way. They had to be mean, angry, tough, to get what they wanted. And at one point in time, this never really works out the way someone wants. There's always someone that's going to not just oppose, but neutralize. And this is what we're looking for.
So if your roots off and it's because of your parents, the things that people are telling you, the programming that you have in a religion, you're going to have, look at that, guys. What are you going to have? I'm not even going to say it. Just look at it. That's what you're going to have. And that's going to build up, and you're going to, I hate my father, I hate my mother, I hate this, I hate that. And then you're going to do something crazy. Your sexual, from your root to your sexual, is really becomes infected. And once that becomes infected, you have one thing. A deep warning through a nature, through a law. And that deep warning is a sign to get to you 44. That's 4 to the heart, double. And it goes above your 7th center to the 8th. And then there's a road that you're going to have to go on. Now, that road can be dangerous because you need to know one thing. Speak no evil. And you need to understand, hear no evil, and then there to throw. Guys, right now, you see, we are not, okay, these are the cards left. I'm going to do them again. You understand? These are just coming up. There's nothing to act, nothing to hide. You can see even in the shadow, okay? So when I fold it over, we need Kuan Yin, which is compassion and understanding. And as we get into that, once we have the compassion and understanding, we know that we have Mama Lamba, which is like a scarf to scroll, protection, understanding. And Mama Lamba is a very mystical card because it's to a real teaching and to a real teacher that was actually inside our lives that really mentored different things and mentored a lot of different people just to teach through nature and understand. So we respect this with the highest to understand that all of you are in need.
If you have any questions or want a personal reading, you can always call 787-979-9938. We give a free 5 to 15 minute reading based upon your needs and what you're looking for. And to book online from anywhere in the world, you can visit suryasoulsun.com. We wish you well on your journey, and you can always watch this video again if you feel you're going through any of these situations. You will get the activation within as these cards are programmed, and the intention in the video is to aid you in your life. A word might make you feel a certain way and give you power, but you also have to learn inside of yourself you have the power to rid these attachments, and only you can live your life the way you want to, what you are dreaming of, what you think is the best life possible. Maybe it's just happiness. Maybe you don't know. We're here to help you on your path and help you find out. This is the 10K Yog Tarot with Surya Soul Sun.